Let's do a staring contest. Loser has to do the intro. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I could do this all day. I'm crying. God damn it. I was like, you're staring into my soul.
That wasn't even my final form.
Clash Royale is making less than Heyday right now.
How much? What do we like? Do you know the numbers off by heart?
I don't know.
We're coming in strong. Clash Royale. Is it like $6 less, or is it like $6 trillion?
No, it doesn't matter how much less. It's just the fact that it's less.
So there's less downloads. There's like 20 million downloads on Squad Busters. That's because they just went global. You got Brawl Stars making freaking 70 million. Heyday's making
oh my gosh.
13 million. Clash Royale's making 17 million. But the thing with Heyday is that Heyday always makes 10 million. Doesn't matter the time of the year. It's just consistent. It's always at these numbers. The Mimas, they're there forever
So it's like
until they're not. But that's
like the chicken and rice of the cuisine world. It's just consistent. Every time you eat it, you're like, you know what you're gonna get.
yeah. But Clash Royale is on a massive decline.
Pull up the Google Trends.
Yeah, that's
Chart.
how accurate is that?
It's very accurate. So Brawl Stars did really good during the pandemic. This is the cheese era of everything. And then this is when Brawl Stars deleted the boxes and it just kept going on a decline. Even though they had updates, it just kept going down and down and down. And right here was when you could see the champions going up. But Supercell was like, Elite Wildcards is what brought us back.
Yeah, it was level 14. They're like, oh, level 14.
No, it was the freaking champions. The data says that it was
level
Elite
14.
Wildcards.
Yeah. Ooh.
And then after that, it just went on a slow decline. Look at all these updates that didn't do anything. And then Brawl Stars brings the mutations. They spent a year from here to here just reworking everything so they could implement the mutations and just the hypercharges. It's in a really good state in Brawl Stars that you could get gold now. The gold is actually worth stuff. Like 2 years ago around Brawl Stars here, you get gold and it's like, what do I spend it on? I don't know. Let's just dump 25,000 into this gold skin. But now you get 5,000 gold. It's going to cost you $25 to buy it, but you're going to want it for like a hypercharge.
I think the crazy thing looking at this chart right here is like the commitment came from Brawl Stars for the time to like build the game, the foundation of the game, get to where they needed to be. To get to that like that final like exponential growth at the end there. They invested like, what is it, a year and a half, 2 years of their time
To rework
with these
it.
updates, reworking the game, and then to have that payoff at the end.
What I was getting at with the value of the gold is it's so good now. Like I actually want gold in Brawl Stars, but you look at all the gems in Clash Royale. It's like I don't want.
Yeah, you don't want
Yeah,
gems.
there's nothing you can spend gems on. What do? Grand challenges? No, there's gonna be like some 13-year-old kid that's gonna wreck me. I'm not gonna hit 12 wins in a grand challenge anymore.
Yeah, what do you spend gems on? It's either chests
don't.
or the
Global tournament.
challenges. That's it.
Not even the challenges. It's not even worth it. The gold, you get the gold pass and that's fine. But like,
Like I haven't played. Oh, surprise, surprise! I haven't played Clash Royale a lot this past year. The one thing that you brought up that I kind of liked was like it seemed like they were in a down. They were in like a down for Brawl Stars when they got rid of the mega boxes, but they kind of had a vision, and the vision
long-term
was
goal.
exactly, and it ended up paying. Like it didn't pay dividends right away, clearly, because it was going down, 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 down. But then inevitably it went up. It kind of looks like it's going down again. Does that mean anything?
Well,
or
that's
is that
just like summertime.
yeah? Is that just normal?
Summertime's normal. Yeah.
Okay, so then just disregard that. But like it paid dividends. It's higher than it's ever been in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Where Clash Royale, it sounds like they just kind of add stuff. It's like throwing darts at a dartboard and just see which one sticks.
This last like year and a half for Clash Royale has felt very much just like patchwork, where it's just like, let's just do this and let's just do that. Let's just do that. It doesn't feel like there's like a long term. This is where we want Clash Royale to be. This is all the problems with the game of like what we need to fix. This is how we're gonna get there in like 2 years. It just feels like let's just throw these things at the wall and hope something sticks. When you look at the Clash Royale chart there, back when Champions launched, like the biggest feature that came before that was magic items. They actually had like a long-term vision back then. They knew they wanted level 14. They knew they wanted champions. So they put these pieces in place to build that up, the final objective of level 14 and the champions. And you can see in the chart, like it kind of paid off. Whereas you look at Clash Royale now, and it's just been on this downward trend. And I think it's because from the outside looking in, it doesn't feel like they have like that long-term goal or vision. And they're not really building up towards anything. It just kind of feels like we don't
Trying
really
to stay afloat.
Yeah, we don't really know what we're going to get every update. It's just like, is it going to be just like another random feature? Like it feels like what we need, basically just copy what Brawl Stars did, was like long-term vision. 2 years, set in stone, like this is what we need to do. These are the problem areas, and every update just addresses a small portion. And then at the end of the day, it's like it all comes together.
Go back to the if you got a chance, go back to the graph. Like in the past, when did it start? Like when did they go in different routes? When did Clash Royale go down and Brawl Stars go up? What date was that? Like that little peak right there.
Right here, November 2023.
So
This is when Brawl
It'd
Stars
be like 10 months ago, give or take.
When you last
No.
uploaded the video.
Oh my gosh, it actually was. It actually was. No.
It's because of you. You need to say Clash Royale with your.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna come in here and this is gonna totally change. Flip it upside down. Oh, I don't know about that. But the one thing like I've noticed, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, just because I haven't played Clash Royale a ton, but I have played it a little bit, and I've looked at just Twitter and stuff. Where like I played Brawl Stars a lot in this time period, and the one thing I liked is when they do events, it's around the community. They all come together to like achieve a goal. Where it's like if you guys all play enough games, you get this amazing reward, and the reward
Clash Royale
actually
did that too.
They tried it.
They
yeah.
copied them.
Yeah,
and
they
then, well, good, bad. What were
It
the
was
results?
like, oh, everyone gets 5 million crowns. Here's gold.
Yeah.
gold.
No
That's
shards, no evolutions, like some gold, maybe some chests. There's like a magical chest here and there.
A magical chest. So
Yeah.
you get what? 300 gold,
Exactly.
a couple of commons, some rares, and an epic.
It's-
Awesome.
Exactly. It's not necessarily like the resources people care about anymore. It's
Here,
just like,
okay, dialing it back, here's where magic items came in.
Okay.
For 18 months after they released Electro Giant, 18 months, there was no new cards. So these books ruined it. Everyone maxed out, and they were not wrong that everyone hit max cards in their collection, and they felt no need to play anymore, and they went on a decline. So then their solution was Elite Wildcards instead of releasing new cards during this entire 2-year period where there's no updates. 18 months of free books on both tracks, and then they just take it away, and then they add level 15, and that's what really pissed people off.
Yeah, they kind of screwed up.
They doubled the progression. But to be fair, Brawl Stars did do that too, where level 9 to 11 is double the progress, and the stats is significantly more. So you need to be level 11. It's going to cost more gold. Gears cost gold. Hypercharges cost gold. But they're at the point now where it feels fair to obtain all that gold, but they made the gold worth it. The calendars that you see, have you seen the calendars in the game lately?
Calendars, what do you mean?
when you log back in, it's like you play each day, you get like a reward.
Oh, in Clash Royale or in Brawl Stars?
In Clash Royale, there's like these things where you can buy stuff.
I don't know
Not
what
the not the welcome back calendar, but you spend the chain offers.
I have just seen so many tweets that B-Rad has said on Twitter where it's like this offer and it says like times 900 value, and it's like it's not times 100.
Here's like a chain offer example where it's like,
that's-
you get a free wild chest, free gold, but to reach these ones, you have to buy the Book of Books. That was $30.
It's kind of shady. I don't like that because it's what's it called? Misleading marketing. $30.
You would have had to
for a
spend
book of books.
You would have had to spend I know, right? A Book of Books was $5 for free with the $5 gold pass that they increased to $8, but then now you can't get the Book of Books in the gold pass.
Wait, go back to the one with $30
Goes here. Okay.
Okay.
You get the magic chest.
free.
You spend $3.
to get a
One,
legendary.
no. One
Oh,
champion
yeah.
card. And then from there.
Oh, one champion card, not even like a level. It's not even like the
No.
Oh,
And then
gosh.
it's $8 for 3 champion cards. And here's the thing, like that me and Shane talked about in a previous video. The devs were in 2019. Seth was like, "Oh, rares, commons, epics, they're all going to be the same strength." But then right now in 2024, they're making Book of Books worth like $30, Book of Legendary worth $20, Book of Commons worth like $15. But all the rarities are the same in the game in terms of strength and
Like power level.
and everything. So why would one stupid champion card be worth so much more?
I see what you mean. It seems like that's a huge issue. So
they're-
their monetization, as like the value of each item is not accurate. Like
yeah.
there's no consistency.
It's because we've been playing for 8 years. We've anchored the Book of Books at $5 max. It's because that's what a gold pass was worth. We've been buying a Book of Books for like 4 years, and suddenly it's like, hey, here's one for $30. Like, oh, this was only a month ago? Jeez.
Theoretically, you know how they like we looked at the money, they're not making a lot of money. Well, why is that? Well, these prices are egregious, and when you go through the offers in the store, a lot of them are ridiculous where nobody's going to buy them, but I know some people will. If you cut it, let's say you make that $5. Well,
Yeah.
I might think about buying it. You think other people would think
Here's-
about buying it?
Exactly. But here's my point is that they need to make gems worth things again. So
Mm.
why not charge, let's say, 2,000 gems for the Book of Books? Everyone is hoarding gems right now. There needs to be an outlet to spend the gems. I think these calendar rewards should be worth gems.
Oh, I like that
Good
idea.
idea too. I like that.
Yeah,
Being
because
able to
then
like
it
buy
actually has a
magic items with
purpose.
gems.
And this would be the only place where you could buy magic items with gems. I would pay $5 for an emote. It's like, okay, well, you know what? It's a cosmetic. I'm going to buy anyways. If I get the cosmetic, then I'm going to get this Royal Champion chest.
Yeah, it gives them value. They do that in Brawl Stars, where there are some skins that are worth more, but you don't need to buy them. They just, if you want to, you can buy them. They look cool.
In Brawl Stars, it's like,
It's
okay,
optional.
I want this skin. And with the skin, they're going to give me power points and gold. But here it's like, hey, you want this world champion chest?
Yeah. You want to compete? You want to play the game?
You
on a
want
fair
this
level?
world champion chest?
Yeah,
Here's,
I do.
Here's one
I do.
champion wild card.
Ooh.
But it's $7.
Here's another thing that I
Ooh,
think like
$7?
adds to the problem as well is the fact that like you have these chests that are in this like chain offer, and the end offer is a royal wild chest. But when they released elite wild cards, they completely invalidated the entire reward structure of Clash Royale, because now all of your cards, all of your chests, everything converts to an elite wild card, and then all the magic items are now also worthless because they only convert to like a book will only be a 5,000 wild card. And so it's like, look, for me as a player that has like all my cards level 14, seeing a royal wild chest means nothing to me because it all converts to elite wild cards. It completely invalidates the entire reward structure of Clash Royale. Like when I go through my pass, all my rewards, it looks cool because it's like, oh, you get magic items, you get a chest, you get this and that. But basically what it comes down to is it's all just elite wild cards, elite wild cards, elite wild cards, elite wild cards. Like I can sit there and tap for 30 minutes,
it doesn't
and it's
feel
just
the
everything
same.
converts. You
It's
open up
all
a chest.
elite wild cards.
Yeah,
As a
exactly.
max player, is really lame. But I think for like a casual player, I think it should be worth gems. On my free to play account, I have 3,500 gems on my free to play account somehow, and I need somewhere to spend it. I know the only value is going to be global tournaments. That only happens like sometimes, but that's so trash.
You need to add items to the game that you can buy with gems that are actually
I agree.
valuable. And then you also need to fix the fact that chests don't mean anything anymore for players that are looking for elite wild cards. Like there's all these different issues that are now compounding in Clash Royale. And instead of fixing these underlying issues, they're adding more systems into the game that are just more problems that like are adding on to these additional issues that pre-exist and that haven't been fixed before. And it's like, instead of like adding in these new things like tower troops and Goblin Road, it's like, let's fix the underlying issues with the game and the economy first, and then start adding new systems in place.
I want the chain offers to be bought with gems. I want wild shards to be bought with gems too. You can buy a hypercharge for 5,000 coins. So why can't I buy evolution shards for gems?
Or coins. Like why not?
Like, do you mean like unlimited in the
Yeah.
shop? Just be able to go in there like 2,000.
You
Yeah.
can buy unlimited
not?
gears in Brawl
Yep,
Stars.
yep.
Yeah, why
I agree.
not?
I agree.
And after they
Yeah,
did
why
that,
can't you?
the value of gold skyrocketed.
Yeah, because in Brawl Stars, like you get your brawler to max, and it's like your gears, your gadgets, everything. It's just like you buy it instantly. You don't have to wait for a random like drop and get lucky. You just buy it.
I would buy a one wild shard for gems, but let's say it costs 20% more than a regular, which is
Yeah,
fair because it's
exactly.
like beggars can't be choosers. You have to use the wild shard for
Yeah.
your specific evolution, and then if it's like a specific world giant one, then it's like cheaper.
What if they made it so that like it wasn't like a evolution wild shard, but just like a random evolution shard? Like you know how you like in the shop you can buy a legendary king's chest for 2,000 gems, and it just gives you kind of random cards. What if you just bought like what if that chest had like a random shard in it, and it could give you any of the random?
Oh, that's janky.
Well, it is janky, but it's like
What if it was like?
because Clash Royale is inherently a bit of random with the chest.
What if it was 1,000 gems for a wild shard and 800 gems for the evolution of the week? One shard. I need somewhere to spend my gems.
I agree 100% with what you're saying, and I think that it's frustrating. Like even when like if I miss a pass Royale for a season and I go in my shop and it's like I don't have the wizard, I can't even buy it. Even if I have money and I want to spend it, I can't even buy it. Like I physically cannot buy it until I randomly just get lucky and have it appear in a shop offer. And I feel like that's a problem. It's like I want to play that card and I can't. I just gotta wait.
Been a problem for me. It's hard to get back into the game
that
when
why
you
you
don't
talking
have all the cards. Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason. But it is hard. Every time I'd go on, I'd be like, oh, I want to try out this new card. And I
Can't get it.
can't. Even if
Yeah.
I want to, I'm like, I will spend any money. Take my money. No, I can't.
I will give you $50 for this evolution.
Yeah. And they're just
But I
like,
can't.
no, you can't.
Because you can't. It's just not even in your shop.
Yeah, it is awkward. It's so like right now what we're talking about is like the monetization towards the consumer, and it's all over the place. And like I understand what you guys are saying to try to fix it.
Look at this stuff. Like, why were they A/B testing this crap? It's $6 on someone's mini. It's $30 on their main account for almost the same thing. Almost. I mean, there's like 10 legendary cards here. There's 8 wild champion cards there, but it's almost the same offer.
Wait. So this is okay. So this isn't
Two different
one,
accounts.
Okay, got you. So this isn't just one shot.
They're A/B testing it, but they're able to say it's 6x and 8x and offer less because they can say the wild champion is worth more. They can say that the gold is really expensive, which it is. Technically, 100K gold is going to cost you like $50.
Yeah, about $50.
$50 Canadian.
Yeah. And it's hard because it's like as a player, you don't really even know what any of these things are worth anymore because everything's so all over the place.
Oh, I have no idea. I looked at this and I could not put a value to 5. What are those bottles of purple juice?
Power potions,
Power potions. I don't know what that value is.
Bottles of juice.
I don't know how much the juice is worth.
The bottles are trash too. Like boost 1 card, my free to play. It's like I feel like this is stupid. I don't want to sit down for an hour. If I get boosted for 24 hours and just open my phone on and off, then yeah, that's fine. Like maybe boost my whole deck so I can just push 1 arena.
I'm trying to think of like a way they can change the monetization, because right now we're just being critical and we're like, oh, you can like do this and do that and do this and do that. But like if they want to do like a total 180, like a U-Haul, similar to like what they do with Brawl Stars, like what do they do? Where do they start? With the shop itself?
You say U-Haul instead of rehaul?
Did I say U-Haul?
You said U-Haul.
Oh,
like,
my bad.
Like the moving trucks. Yeah.
that's because you're moving soon.
Whoop, I did use a U-Haul
Complete
recently.
U-Haul.
But anyways, but like that, like where do you even start? Because like you can make little changes, but that's not gonna make the freaking graph go vloop.
Yeah.
You need the vloop. How do you get the vloop?
They had fun modes. Like people were talking about mutations in school.
Okay, so like do you start with just the game itself being fun? Because we're talking about monetization and fixing that. And you were saying that's the core problem right now.
Monetization comes after.
Okay.
But they've lost the trust in the core players, but there's less core players because no one's talking about it. So they need to make fun features, and monetization should come last.
So what would be a fun feature? What do you guys think? This is a bomb. Here, just whoop, take that hot potato.
There's a ton of possibilities. I think like the biggest thing is like clans and social has been like neglected for so long in Clash Royale.
Definitely.
It does. Like clans don't feel the same. Like you go into clan chat, nobody's really chatting anymore. I feel like we need more things to do with your buddies, your clan mates, more special events, more like whatever it is. Bring back the clan chest. The clan chest was like an easy, like low friction event where you just like everyone just plays and earns crowns and unlocks the clan chest and you get rewards. It was just like a fun thing to do.
Yeah, it was optional too.
Yeah, it was optional, and they took it away. But I feel like they would just if they added more things like that into the game to make it fun first, before focusing like on like pushing through these heavy monetization changes, which has been like the last year and a half, almost 2 years now, of just like monetization update after monetization update. And then they're like, oh, we've learned our lesson in 2023. We're to make 2024 better. We'll change our direction. And then it's like, you don't see that. It's like the next update comes out, there's no changes. And it's like, that's why the community is losing the trust, is because they keep pushing these heavy monetization changes and then saying, oh, we're listening to you. We'll take your feedback. And then boom, next update, pay to win feature again, pay to win feature again. And it's like the action speaks louder than words. They need to actually release these updates that incorporate the feedback that they say that they're listening to.
Accessibility would be the worst part of like the past updates, because like let's say like there's a new update, there's so much hype, you watch the trailers, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to play these. You talk with your friends, everybody's talking about it at school, then you open your game and you can't play the update.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
You know how there's like a new brawler in Brawl Stars? Oh, Clancy. I'm paying $20 for early access. By the way, it's horrible value, but it's like, as for me, it's like I want to play it early. I get 7-day early access.
Early though, like that's early access.
Exactly, I get 7-day early access. Let's say Evolution Golem comes out, right?
Okay.
I'll pay the $16 for the Diamond Pass for early access to that, and then players should be able to pick their evolution next month. Like the season shop gives 1 evolution
Per season.
and then there's a 1 in 100 chance for a mystery. I think 1 in 100 mystery drop.
But I still don't like that. Doesn't seem like a solution, because
No,
Brawl
anyways,
Stars.
no. In the season shop, it gives you 1 wild card. I think it should give you 3 wild cards per month. That way you have 6 wild cards every 2 months to pick your next evolution.
Or like, I don't think it should be the season shop at all, because like, let's say
No,
you
not
get
at
it
all.
early with Clancy. Well, once it actually comes out, everybody can
You
get
know
it.
what would have been crazy is when evolutions first came out, every challenge had 1 shard.
Yes.
So imagine if you had 3-4 shards for just playing those challenges, people would be playing them.
Yeah,
but
it
then
gets purpose.
they got scared and like, oh no, that's gonna inflate the economy. We're taking the shards all back.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing. It's like
They released like 6 shards, and even BR, I was like, wait, what? They're not releasing them? I thought that was normal because I didn't play the challenges.
But how long ago was it that they said like, oh, we're gonna work on making evolutions more accessible, and then like all these different things that they've said, and it's like we're still sitting here in August 2024, we're like waiting for these things to happen, and it's like, when are these things gonna happen?
Well,
like
what
they
did
keep doing these
happen-
time sensitive, like it's like a time sensitive event where it's like you can earn a wild shard, but it's like, what if you didn't play in that 1 week? You missed it out. It's like it needs to be like a consistent thing.
Yeah, exactly. It should be consistent. Then for Slash Royale, they made that happen, and everyone was losing it. Even though they made it clear there's no hidden agendas, everyone in the community was like, oh crap, level 16 is coming. Because they rug pulled us for the first one.
I remember that.
And then the second one, and then the third, and then the last one. Surprise, there's elite wildcards.
Oh, this was recent. This is like a week and a bit ago.
Oh yeah, that's the new Slash Royale.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so there's no indication for level 16 yet. And the way that elite wildcards is designed is that they can just push level 16, level 17 next, and the level 15 becomes the new level 14.
Yeah, but to be fair, they were very clear that they said like they have no current plans for level 16.
Yeah, there's no hidden agendas. But then everyone quoted this tweet and said, "Oh, no hidden agendas yet."
Yeah, I mean they can't
Because they've been burnt so hard by this, the community just doesn't trust the devs anymore.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean they come out and they said like, hey, they can't definitively say like for the rest of time they will never release level 16 because they don't know what they're going to do like 4 years from now. What they're saying is like, hey, like as of right now, they are not currently planning on adding level 16 into the game. Like the slash rail is not like a precursor for level 16.
Even like the post is like, I've got a bad feeling about this. They're going to reduce elite wildcards, blah, 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 all these things. People are just scared whenever the devs do something nice.
And I think that's because of like the trust.
There was even like a free wild shard a few months ago, and then people were like,
What is this?
What's the catch?
Yeah,
what's the catch?
It
was generous.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah.
To the credit to the devs, it was a really generous thing, and I think it should be more consistent. It's so negative where you get a free wild shard and people are like, greedy sell. The game's in a decline. Of course they're going to give you free wild
Yeah.
shards.
It seems almost like a slap to the face. No, it's just like, oh, you guys are angry.
one wild
Here,
shard.
take
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
People are just angry at whatever they do. They do something good, they do something bad. The devs,
Yeah.
I think that's because of like the years of like
Got a
trust
boost.
being destroyed. Yeah, like the past year and a half, it's like it's gonna take them time to rebuild that
Oh, yeah.
relationship. Like it's gonna be good update after good update after good update. Like it won't just be one banger update to fix Clash Royale. Like you need to repair the trust with the community first with a series of good updates. And then once the community sentiment has changed, after like we see a track record of like a change with the game, that's when you can start building that trust again.
Yeah, it's like what Brawl Stars did.
Exactly.
Yeah, they made a change and it went down, 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 but then they just kept on at it and then eventually it paid dividends. It takes time to build trust, but it's quick to break it. And dang, it is not in a good spot right now.
No, the Tower Troop chest is great. Now I have to play another game. What a prison.
Tower troops, you mean?
The Tower Troop chest.
Chess, yeah.
Because it's filled in the 4 slots. I used to be excited to fill up my 4 slots. Like, oh wait, it's 2 a.m., but I gotta fill up my chest and queue up.
You know what my problem with the Tower Troop chest is? So here's the thing. When you level up from your King's Journey, you are guaranteed to get the amount of Princess Towers that you need to upgrade your Princess Tower from your King's Journey. But you have a chance, a high probability of also getting Princess Towers from your Tower Up chest. And it's like, so you're basically guaranteed to get a card that you don't need because your King's Journey guarantees that you will get the amount that you need to upgrade it. So why would you have a Tower Troop chest that can also give you Princess Towers in excess?
Interesting. I didn't know that's how
It's
that
like,
works now.
it's like you would only want the Cannoneer or the Duchess from the Tower Troop chest. You would never want Princess.
Yeah, because when you get the princess, it guarantees you 5,000 princess.
Exactly. Because when you level up your King's level and you're actually able to upgrade your Princess, you're guaranteed to get it from there anyways.
so it's not automatic. Well, it's automatic, but
Like
It's
they give
automatic,
it to
but
you.
it's not. You still have to
Yeah.
upgrade it.
Yeah.
When they rework that whole thing, and then to change your deck, you have to edit it, and then you have to go into a different screen. Or if you delete your deck, it just moves everything back. The UI is just such a mess right now.
sounds
Have you experienced the new UI? You should. I want to see I want to see you like go back in Clash Royale after like 10 months and like try to navigate the new UI because it's like it's difficult. It's like you
Is that a
want
video in itself?
to clear your deck.
I haven't opened up Clash Royale in 12 months. Dude, that's
don't
so
know.
confusing. I go on my friendlies and it uses my
Exactly.
main deck, but then there's like different decks when you go in Goblin Road and then Path of Legends. Like, wait,
Like
what?
the UI in Clash Royale used to be so intuitive and so simple, and now it's like you want to clear a deck. It doesn't clear the deck anymore. It deletes the deck entirely. Like you have 5 deck slots.
Yeah.
It'll delete it to like 4.
2016 UI in Clash Royale invented that genre of battle and 4 chess. Every single game copied them after that. It is like the gold standard, and they deviated away from clean UI.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So wait,
Exactly.
So
Well, they had to fix it because they introduced tower troops, and that was their solution, which I think is really unintuitive.
the tower troops, everybody kind of mentioned this, and there was going to be problems of balancing tower troops. And now, like I haven't played recently much, but I know what
Princess Tower is back in a good spot.
It's okay. So all, like more or less it's balanced and there is like a purpose because like that's what I care about is a purpose of tower troops, not just to have a tower troop to have a tower troop. But, like there actually has like, do they have deck, like does it make a deck better or
it was
worse?
supposed
or-
Not really right
Is it-
now.
does some
The
work better
dagger
in
duchess was
metas?
supposed to shoot 3 different ways, but then they couldn't find a way to balance that. So like, let's just give it ammo. But then it's
Yeah.
just like a broken princess.
Tower troops are in a weird balancing spot because it's like if one tower troop is like better than the other ones, then everyone just goes to one tower troop, and then the other ones don't get used. And so it's this weird state of balance. It's like as soon as Duchess is better, everyone just uses Duchess, and as soon as Princess is better, everyone uses Princess. And it's like the other ones just don't exist anymore. And it's just this weird state of balance. It's like you don't have a situation where all 3 excel in different scenarios. It just kind of creates this more like a rock paper scissors like matchup dependent thing.
So it's not like one of those like if you have a lot of swarm cards and you don't have a lot of DPS, you'd use the cannoneer, or if like you have like a lot of like high single target DPS cards, you use the Dagger Duchess to help with Swarm. It's not like one of those where like they complement certain decks and certain archetypes, or is it just whatever one's the best you use and that's it?
For the most part, that's what it is right now.
Yeah, it's hard though. It's hard to balance that.
Yeah, Tower Troops is his own thing. Like Mo said a really interesting thing that the Princess Tower troop should always be the main one, should be the strong one.
I just feel like they should have it where it's like
It's the default one that it's reliable. It should work in
Clash Royale's
everything.
balanced around the
But like
Princess Tower.
when Dagger Duchess first came out, if you didn't play Dagger Duchess, you lost.
I feel like
But
they
it's
should,
in a good spot now. Princess Tower, you can.
Okay, so tower troops are good, but then the tower, like I tried to upgrade one of my tower troops, and
That's
only
trash.
way,
Why would I play a level 11 Dagger Duchess when I
Yes.
have a level 15 King Tower?
Yes.
That's just dumb.
and it seemed difficult, at least for me. Didn't know what was going on. I played games, I looked in the shops, and the only way to get it was through money to get it.
Should be gems.
Yeah, but there was no coins, there was no gems, it was just money.
It should you should have gems that you can just get the tower troops up. You should get evolution shards with gems.
And I'm assuming, because I'm reading right here, it says tower troop chest. There are chests that you can get tower
what
And
troops
it's
talking about
from.
trash. It comes like every like 10th
that's
chest
what
or
I was
something.
talking about. Like in your
Gotcha.
chest rotation, you get a chest that can give you a random tower troop, but so like you can open up this chest and it would give you Princess Towers, like a Princess
Okay.
Tower, but you don't need it because in your King's Journey, like when you level up your experience,
You
king level,
already get that.
yeah, you already get the Princess Tower. So that chest is guaranteed to give you like a card that you'll never need.
So wait, but once you have a max princess, then you automatically start getting the other ones,
No,
right?
no, you can still
Oh, you
pull-
get the princess, but
Yeah.
it becomes what, elite wild
Yeah,
cards?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
That
it was-
sounds horrible.
So it's like your Princess Tower could be max level. You open up the Princess Tower chest, and it's like you get more Princess Towers that you don't need.
And then all my friends that played in, because Clash Royale has been probably downloaded by half of Earth right now, so it's hard to get new players to download it. So you get like old players to come back to that. If I try to convince my friends from 2016, 2018 to come back, they're like, "What were those evolution things? And why did his wizard have a shield? Why doesn't my wizard have a shield? What is that Princess Tower or with that Dagger Duchess thing? I got wrecked."
But I like that. I like the what is going on. I kind of like that because it's like the unknown, and it kind of brings me back to like the first days of playing Clash Royale, where it's like, oh, this is so
True.
cool. But I could get those things that I didn't know.
Except when you come back and then
I like,
someone that's like +4 on your.
okay, that's different. But like you just seeing, like I came back, I saw all this new stuff. I'm like, I'm so excited. I scrolled, I looked everywhere, and I couldn't physically get the new things. And I'm
Oh.
like, well, then I'm gonna put it away because I can't get the things to play.
That's
new
a
stuff.
great example of
It
why
was
people
horrible.
aren't coming back because
You
of
can't
that, because
get
you
back.
didn't come back because of that.
Yes.
If there were gems to get tower troops to get the evolutions,
If there was any way for me, even if it's just like, even like Brawl Stars, hey, there's a new brawler comes out, it's like, oh, I can unlock that if I just put in a little bit of effort. Then I can use gold to upgrade that thing, and I could focus my thing on that. My resources I've worked hard to get, and then I could play the game.
in Brawl Stars, I'm excited to see when there's a gem pack offer that's 10% more.
Yes,
In
have
Clash
value.
Royale, if it's like here's plus 40% gems, I'll be like, on what? On what am I gonna spend it on? I'm not speeding open a chest. You can't buy anything with it. You can't buy books. You can't buy anything.
I don't like, and like
You can buy books with gems in Clash of Clans. Why can't you do that in Clash Royale?
yeah, gems don't really have a purpose, and
Not
they're supposed to be
anymore.
the most valuable resource
That's
in Clash
the
Royale.
hugest problem. You come back, you couldn't even buy it because
couldn't
they
do
didn't have the
anything.
option for that.
No, I couldn't do
No.
even like I couldn't even buy like tower troop chests to get tower troops. I actually I'm dumb and I bought one of the chests thinking I'm like, oh, I guess the tower troops are in now normal chests as well. And I opened 3 chests and I got nothing. And I was like, wait, what? And then I had to Google it and I realized there was a new dang chest for it. And then it's stupid. It's
Like the tower troops are just weird overall.
They are generous. They did give us a free evolution once.
But
only-
That's it. That's
But
it.
it's
the
so
change.
generous.
Keep the change,
It expired in
OG.
24 hours.
Yeah,
Oh, you have to do it
You
quick.
had to claim it immediately.
yeah.
How much merit do you think the negativity and social media? Do you think it's more that just people are angry because of the change and people like things like there's like this classic like, oh, people like the nostalgia value. People like things from the past because everybody looks at it in this like sunny goggles
Nostalgia,
and everybody looks at it like
Rose-colored glasses.
rose-colored glasses, exactly. Everything was always better in the past. You look back and it's like, oh, Super Mario. We were just talking about that. Super Mario Sunshine. That game was amazing. And then you play it now and you're like, ooh, actually, it wasn't that good. Any merit behind maybe that's what's happening with Clash Royale, where you were happier back
It's weird.
then, maybe.
Yeah, it's tough because like players don't want Clash Royale to change because they're like, oh, they add things to the game. They're like, what is this new thing? We want this game to stay the same. But it's like the game has to progress at
It
some
has
point.
to.
It has to
I got
change.
bored. I got so bored when there was
Exactly.
what was it, 8 months without a new card? It was horrible. That was the worst time.
When
in
they added
Clash
new
Royale.
card,
It was
everyone's
18
like-
months.
18.
Yeah. When they add a new card, everyone's like, oh, what is this new card? It's, it's tough because it's like they need to progress the game. But the problem though is just like that compounds with all like the betrayals and trust for the pay to win updates.
So do you think there's like the negativity? Is there merit behind it? Because people are just like, oh, Clash Royale, it's dead. Like all these changes stink. This is horrible. I miss the old Clash Royale. Blah 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 blah. Is there merit behind that?
Oh yeah,
And
there's merit behind the negativity because of the monetization.
okay,
and
so it's just monetization.
I think it's like monetization. It's like the evolutions are so strong. Like the power level difference between the evolution of an evolved card and a non-evolved card is insane.
Okay, so it's not bad.
And then they're all locked behind pay to monetization features.
Yeah.
It's like it's definitely justified, and it's compounded by the fact that like community kind of gets in this uproar, and then they feed off of each other's energy, and it's like they get angry and angrier. But then like it doesn't really help it out by like fixing things. They don't really like. At least we haven't seen so far any like real changes that have fixed things.
So long story short, it is actually bad. Like it's like the when people are like Clash Royale was better, or like I hate Clash Royale.
You know what's crazy?
What?
They were scared to release too many cards because there's too many things, but Brawl Stars has been doing that for a while. They've been releasing a new brawler every month, and I feel it's
love it.
refreshing. I
love
love
it.
seeing new things.
Love it.
Like, yeah, it sucks for the pros because it kind of imbalances a little bit for competitive, but game of cat and mouse between competitive and casual. 99% are casual. Competitive people know what they're talking about, but competitive might not necessarily be fun. Look at this. Clash Royale came out in 2016. Brawl Stars next year.
Wow.
So if Brawl Stars is releasing new brawlers every single month, but Clash Royale was too afraid to release new cards, I think that was part of the decline too, where they 18 months of nothing but just magic books. Every time I was covering a new update video, I was like, yeah, it's season 27.
new
There's a new book
item.
of books.
Woo.
There's a new book of books that you can get. There was nothing for us to spend the books on for 18 months straight because they didn't release any new cards. Now they just dumped 3 new goblin cards on us out of nowhere.
Yeah,
And
it's too
kind of
much
like
at
this.
once.
Do you remember why they did that? It was so that people could access champions, right? They said that they were like, oh, we want to make sure people have items, all these items, boost progression. They get to the end because then we're going to release champions at the end and then people will be able to access them. And then they ripped all the progression away.
Because people weren't getting champions because they were getting pissed that they're facing champions and they weren't maxed, which is good. It's good that they backtracked on that.
I think some of the
Did you think?
I think there's some key differences here though with Brawl Stars and Clash Royale. Because in Brawl Stars, your trophy total is the sum total of the trophies of all of your brawlers, correct?
Yes.
So you push each of the trophies.
How many do you have again?
Well, no, here.
3,000.
Let me make my point here.
Okay.
Because in Brawl Stars, like you have an incentive to push all of your brawlers because they all accumulate your sum total trophy count.
Mm-hmm.
But in Clash Royale, it doesn't matter if you push a different deck, your trophy count stays the same.
True.
And so if they add a new card to Clash Royale, if you're like a free to play or even a light spender, there's no incentive to upgrade the new card because your main deck is like your primary deck, and then you know that you can't necessarily upgrade that new card to play it. And also, like, it doesn't even get you anything because it's like it won't change your trophies. So even if they keep adding new cards, for most players, there isn't really incentive to play that new card because it doesn't do anything for them. Whereas in Brawl Stars, if they add a new brawler, even if you aren't like a heavy spender, like you can push that new brawler and get more trophies on your sum total trophy count. And like the other difference to that too is that in Brawl Stars, I don't know how many brawlers there is, like 80 now. I don't know the total, but I haven't played Brawl Stars in 3 years. I played the other day, and I only have 10 brawlers. There's like pages of brawlers that I don't have unlocked yet. But when
we still dominated. We got the diamond.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. When I actually go into a battle with the brawlers that I do have, I don't feel at a disadvantage. I'm not going against a new brawler and being like, that brawler is so much stronger, I can't compete.
You dominated with Bo.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And so in Clash Royale, though, if you come back, there's all these new evolutions that you don't have. You go into a battle, you face that evolution, the power level is way higher. You feel the difference. You feel like you can't compete because you don't have that evolution because the power level difference. Whereas in Brawl Stars, I can use my old brawlers and still compete. In Clash Royale, you can't use your old cards and compete against the new stuff because the new stuff is so much stronger. And so it's twofold. It's like Clash Royale, there's no incentive to upgrade new cards, and returning players can't compete against the new stuff. So it's an amalgamation of issues combining and compounding that they don't fix.
They compound so much of it. Star levels came out in 2018. Do you remember?
2018?
Do you remember like star points in Brawl Stars? They're like, oh, we made a mistake. We don't like star points. We're converting star points to gold. Clash Royale just keeps it in, and it just keeps compounding more things and more things to the point of confusion.
More systems
At
on
least
systems.
in Squad Busters, when they deleted the keys, they're like, we're taking the keys away and we're going to give you gold. They didn't do squat. Instead of acknowledging that they made a mistake or instead of improving the star levels for the gold skins, they just left it there and it just kind of exists as a feature.
Does it still exist?
Oh, yeah.
Does it actually?
Yeah.
It's so
It's just
funny.
like, just push it to
This
the
was
side.
6 years ago.
If you
There's
asked
no
me-
rhyme or rhythm to what they're doing.
That's a great trivia
Here's
question.
here's an easy solution.
What?
Star level should be tied to mastery. You do your mastery for a card, you get the star level.
Oh,
and
I like that.
Get rid of star points, just make it to your masteries.
Boom. That's great.
It just adds it. Yeah, because you use
That's a
Mega
great
Knight.
idea.
If you use Mega Knight, you should have the golden Mega Knight. That's Shane. You should work for Supercell.
No, that's actually
Supercell.
that's
I
got to be
love
one
it.
of your
That's
best
actually-
ideas ever.
Yeah, no, he has a lot of good ideas.
Does he?
Have you seen his update suggestions?
I think
No,
I
he
mentioned
watched
you.
one of them,
Yeah, I know.
and
I think I mentioned it.
He clicked off in 30 seconds. He's just like, oh, he clickbaited me because my title was like 15 awesome updates ideas. And the thumbnail was like 2014 updates. And he's like, oh, new update. Clicks on it. And it was like my update ideas. And he's like, what? This is not a real update. You clickbaited me,
totally.
Shane, and got off of it.
I don't remember that.
That was exactly what you did.
I don't remember.
Jerk.
that. Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
It's a good video, though.
Allegedly.
If you watch it,
Is
it's a
it?
good video.
I don't believe
There's some
it.
good ideas.
Did you
in
make
there.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then it's
There's some
definitely
juicy ideas. No, there's some good ideas.
You're a jerk, Cash.
I
You're
know.
such a
I
jerk.
love him though. It's playful banter. I love him.
I've got so many ideas of like things to add to Clash Royale to like change certain.
No, I like the star points thing. So like for monetization, what was the thing for monetization?
And I also
you
have an idea,
changed?
by the way, just random tangent. Remember how
Yeah.
I said for players in Clash Royale, there's no incentive to upgrade new cards.
Yeah.
Once they have their main deck, I have a banger idea that would fix that.
Can I guess?
No, but maybe yes.
I kind of want to guess.
That I think that would actually add some incentive for players to play beyond their first deck.
Before you tell us?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm saving it for a video.
Okay.
Oh,
but-
you're not going to tell us?
Well, you can guess. I'll say if you're right or wrong. But I think it's like
Wait, what?
a
Why are we
banger
doing this
idea
then?
that would actually make it so you can upgrade, like would add incentive for players to play more than just a primary deck. That would give them real rewards for doing so.
Oh, you have to say this.
No, it's
you can't just drop this
Stay
bomb and be
tuned.
like,
Stay
oh, I'm not
tuned.
going to tell you this. Ooh, my
Stay
little
tuned.
secret. I agree. Even like, let's say you come back 4 months later and there's 4 new Evos. The ability to choose which one you go for, even if it's hard, even if it takes time, but just having that accessibility to just play and just
Yeah.
have fun. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what video games are about? Just playing and having fun with your friends.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
isn't it
Are
the
you
friends we made on the way?
laughing
over
At the end of the day, isn't the friends we made on the way?
So the other thing is the shop deals is that everything is so arbitrary and so random and pegged to these random values. We have anchored in Book of Books for the last 4 years to be worth $5. So don't sell it for $50 and say it's 10x value. That's super scummy. The shop deals, they need to revamp it like Brawl Stars. Like for example, you can get a mythic brawler for $25. If you think about it, 5,000 gold for a hypercharge is also $25, but that doesn't really bother us because it's like you don't need a hypercharge. You don't need an evolution. Evolutions could be the shop deal where it's $2,000 or 2,000 gems for it for a wild shard, and then maybe sometimes it's 1,500 gems. Then that's actually 30% value
Yeah. I hear you.
or 25%
I
value.
agree. I think the whole economy needs to be like reworked and made.
Gems need to be worth
Yeah.
money again. And yeah, some people have been hoarding for years and you have 30,000 gems. That's fine. They've been hoarding for a moment.
Give them something to spend it on when they wouldn't hoard it.
Revamp it. If you need to take away gems from masteries, then take it away. Complete, like whatever. Just make gems worth something again. Giving us the chain offers to spend gems on. Maybe the chain offers are emotes where you
Yeah.
spend money. You can use gems on the wild shards. You can use gems on.
Anything. I think the thing is the players wouldn't hoard gems if there was actually something to spend it on.
True.
No, there's just
That's
something
a
to spend
good
it on.
point.
And so they're, players are hoarding gems. It's like, well, we can't spend it on anything.
Yeah, there's nothing to use them
Nobody's
on.
going to buy a chest out of their shop with your gem because that's the
Yeah,
worst value in the
but
game.
no. But the banners, they were 50 gems and
Oh,
100
don't
gems,
get me on the
200 gems,
banners,
400
dog.
gems.
Nobody cares about banners.
Nobody
but
cares
you.
about banners.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
cares.
you.
Yeah.
For magic items, I really hate the magic booster.
Power potion.
The power potion thing. You boost one card and it's like, okay,
For
well,
1 hour,
no,
yeah.
I have to play that one for an hour and I
What?
might.
Is this the purple juice?
Yeah, the purple juice. It should be,
Basically,
you
it
should be able to
boosts-
boost one card for 24 hours, or you boost your entire deck for 1 hour. And maybe I'm hard stuck in Arena 17. I boost for 1 hour. I'm gonna push to Arena 18. Let's get it.
Yeah, but then if you play, then you have no incentive to play because you push too high, and then
That's
if you play,
true.
you're gonna get
That's
destroyed.
another issue. That's why I don't work for Supercell.
Yeah, That's I understand.
But
where you're
the
going
magic
with.
items are all over the place. They didn't. They gave us too many books without giving us enough content.
Yeah, it was like they had the right thought, but the repercussions, I don't think they planned for.
Well, I think, it comes down to like adding more cards, but also just like you have to make people care about their entire collection. Like adding more stuff to the game.
Here we go again.
No. It's a serious issue with Clash Royale that they
It
don't.
is.
People don't have the incentive to upgrade more than one deck, and so when they add all these magic items to the game, everyone upgrades their main deck, and now they don't want to upgrade another deck, And so Clash Royale is just like, instead of making people care about the entire collection, now they're like, well, let's add level 15 to the game. And that's even worse.
It's always been like that.
We need an incentive to upgrade more than one deck. Like it needs to feel fun.
Mm.
Right now we feel forced to do it sometimes, but it should feel like it's fun. Like when I play Brawl Stars and I play a different brawler, it's fun. I'm like, I want to play this brawler. It's different mechanics. It's fun. It's different. And it adds to my total trophy count. Whereas in Clash Royale, it's like it's such a hassle to upgrade a different deck. Do what? To push ladder, we can already push with your main deck anyways. Like there's nothing different.
Yeah, maybe they can use clan wars or challenges. I guess they kind of did that
They
at
tried.
one point.
It's just-
So like,
There's so much progression locked behind the challenges to give you the season shop, and then there's so much progression locked behind Clan Wars, but it's not fun playing those.
No,
I mean, I love the challenges, but a lot of people don't.
Oh, I hate them. I think they're horrible.
I love them.
It is the worst thing. When you
but
tell me
we're
to
talking about
record a video and you say it's a challenge, I go, here we go again.
Oh, I love it when you groan. I love it. I live it when you groan. So for the progression is locked in Clan Wars, but no one touches it. So I think the only thing they just need to make Clan
Fix
Wars?
Clan Wars again. Yeah.
Fix Clan Wars, but it's been on the list for like 4 or 5 years.
That's the thing though. Like it's just time that some of these things
This
on the list
goes
get done.
this goes back to things that they, instead of reworking it, they just come up with a new feature. Like the star points, they instead of converting it into mastery or converting it into gold or whatever, they just kind of bury it and like it's just a feature.
And at some point, it's like now you got this massive backlog of all these changes that you need to fix before you can add new stuff. And it's like now instead of like fixing those things, they just keep adding more new stuff, which kind of keeps adding to this list of things that need to be fixed.
So the season shop has, like I said, with the season shop, it's insane value, but you got to play every day. What would make you want to play every day?
Would make me want to play every day.
What if you got season tokens for playing ladder or whatever?
I don't think it should be restricted to the challenges, because like you said, you like challenges. I don't like challenges, but I do like Clash Royale. You like Clash Royale. Why don't we just be able to play Clash Royale and get tokens?
If you played on Path of Legends and you got tokens for that,
or if I love the Goblin Challenge or Clan Wars,
or even
whatever
Path
you
of
like.
Legends, if you played two games of Path of Legends a day and you won 2 of them, then you get the season tokens for that.
It should be
Why
whatever.
not?
And then by the end of that, I would probably be like 5 leagues higher.
Yeah.
Just from playing twice a day.
Exactly.
100%.
It should be whatever game mode you play should
Yes.
count, not just the season shop.
Yes, I
or
think so
whatever it is.
too.
Obviously not friendlies, but yeah.
Yeah,
Fun
exactly.
fact,
But
you get
even,
mystery
like,
drops
what-
from friendlies.
Do you?
Do you?
You counts as for 3
crowns?
wins. No, not the crowns, but the 3 wins.
Oh, I see.
Isn't that weird?
Oh, gotcha.
That seems like
That's
probably
weird.
like
Yeah, it is.
Well, like even like why not? So like if you want to play friendlies to like do the, I guess people would just do it and just
they
like
just, like,
throw
lose.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, maybe not friendlies, but like you
Yeah.
know like it should just be like, I think the biggest thing is just accessible, fix the monetization, and make Clash Royale fun again. That's it.
And part of the monetization, part of the monetization,
hats.
Clash Royale
Make
fun.
Clash Royale fun
make
again.
Clash Royale great again. Make Clash Royale great again. Anyways, I think for monetization, they should make the gems worth stuff. Wild shard should be worth gems. You should be able to buy your tower troops with gems. Like things that you can't max out, you should be able to buy. Like even I think Pompeo's like, why can't I get this with gems? Like I have to wait for a shop offer for that to get an evolution. I want to play this right now. Like you said when you first logged
Exactly.
in. To wrap this up, what would you do to make Clash Royale fun again, Shane?
Ooh, there's so many different things. First of all, you got to address social, add new gameplay features for clans to do,
Yep.
fix the economy, make new cards accessible, make players care about their entire collection, like actually like want to care about their, like don't force it, make them want to upgrade their entire collection, make them rewarded for doing so, and add more fun things to do. Like the new secondary ladder, the Goblin Road, I think has good potential, but what I would do for it is I would make it like a rotating like 2-week mini season with different game modes that you can play and bring back the season. Remember the end of season chest you would get back in the day? And like you get like an ultimate champion chest. Yeah.
Yeah, way
Bring back
back.
those. Make it so like you can push this new mini season for 2 weeks, and then you get a massive reward at the end of it. And then it's like a temporary like mini game mode, like the hypercharge or whatever it was with the Godzilla thing in Brawl Stars. Then you can do like these,
mutations.
yeah, you could do like fun, crazy things as like temporary game mode.
Yes,
and
we'll
on
call
ladder.
it Clash Mini 2.0.
Well, anything.
The entire half of the Clash Mini team went to Clash Royale.
Really?
I think they said
Clash Mini is coming to
yeah,
Clash
it's
Royale.
coming into Clash Royale at some point. Yeah.
I remember seeing that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I,
I
haven't
think
heard
that's gonna be
anything
interesting.
from that.
But that's just one of the things I would do is like, fix all these different issues,
love that. I
change
love
the mini
Clash Royale.
ladder, just add different fun things to the game. I mean, it's way more complicated than that, but
Oh, so much. No, but this is you personally. Like, this is just what you want.
Yeah, just make
what
things.
about you, Cash? What would you do?
I'm going word of the day, accessibility.
It's true. Make the evolutions accessible. Make the tower troops accessible. You logged in after 11 months. We're rounding down to 3 months, and you logged in, and you're like, "What are all these things? How do I buy them? I want to actually buy them, but you couldn't." But yeah, just make things more accessible.
Accessible, but I'm sure I'm thinking even before I was a content creator, and like, why did I like Clash Royale? What like made me fall in love love with this game? Why did I play it as much as I
It was
do?
the gameplay. It was fun.
The gameplay was fun, but I'm going back to like I loved upgrading cards. I loved making decks, and like going back to your thing where it's like utilizing more cards and just being able to have a reason to upgrade other cards for sure. I love the competitiveness. I love that you can grind and get better and slowly see like where you were last week to where you are today. Your collection, it gets bigger, it gets better.
Yeah.
I love the social atmosphere with the clans, and I think it's just leaning into like what made Clash Royale good originally.
I think you brought a good point. There was like back in the day, it felt good to upgrade a card. It was fun. Like you open up chests, you get a new card.
Fun.
The upgrade felt fun, and now the way they're doing everything, it feels so forced. And so they need to like. It's not an easy answer.
I don't think there is.
But there
an
needs to
answer.
be like a complete overhaul that makes it so that it's actually like it feels fun as a player to upgrade your cards again.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're forced to do it to keep up.
Yeah,
On my
it's-
free to
it's
play
hard.
account, it was pretty fun to max out my graveyard.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stomp everyone.
So I guess there is still fun, but it feels bad when they push back the finish line. I freaking
Yeah.
talked about
Oh,
this
yeah. Level
before.
15 was
Pushing
tough.
back the finish line, and they're going to do that again potentially with 16.
No,
It
Allegedly.
hurts.
No,
Allegedly.
No, not even
Allegedly.
allegedly. They just like it's not coming or not like planned, but like it could happen.
They actually said it's not planned at all. Slash Royale is just coming. It's not planned, but there's a lot of things with Clash Royale right now, and this is just touching the tip of the iceberg.
Word of the day: accessibility.